Here's the disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Cryptocurrencies are risky. Do your due diligence and invest at your own risk. You can lose money. What's up, everyone? My name is J Tragic Jeffrey. Welcome to Crypto Plunder, where there will be no champagne shipping. Crypto pumping. I can only give you the real. In the crypto world, today is April 6, 2018. It has been a while since I've done a video. And it's not because the markets have been going down. It is because I am focused, man. I'm focused on the growth of the toxic hustle portfolio over time. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I hope everyone is doing well. I know a lot of you are experiencing some pain. We will explain. If you've been watching the videos, if you watched the last video and the video before that, and the video before that, I explained this was going to potentially happen, that we would have a March-April dip. It was I call it the March dip, but I said it can bleed into April because we don't have a run up until May. And what we're going to need is some news. Some news, people, that can move the markets back up. But there's no news to do so. We'll talk about that in a second. And pretty much what we're doing with the Toxic Hustle portfolio, our goals moving forward. So I wanted to be able to share that with you in this update as well. So let's go ahead and get into the news. I'm going to refresh real quick because there's really no news. Quarter one breaks all the wrong Bitcoin price records, but why should crypto market be optimistic? Doesn't matter. Let's see. I'm gonna go through these really fast because I already kind of went through the news already, and I don't see anything. I don't see any green news that would push the markets up. I see a lot of gray and red news, right? So let's see. A Japanese financial regulator temporarily halts activities of 2 crypto exchanges. Red news. Red. Of course, because fear is gonna. Why are you closing down exchanges? Exchanges are the way that you take your currency and exchange it for another currency, or your crypto and exchange it for another crypto, or your asset and exchange it for another asset, or your utility and exchange it for another utility. It depends on what you want to use. I don't like using crypto because the tax man likes to think that that we're treating crypto as gold or as a commodity, and I don't treat it as a commodity. I treat it as a business resource, a utility. I treat it like Microsoft with a dividend, right? Or with a royalty payment. I should say royalties. I treat crypto as royalties, and I'll show you more of that in the future. Like I said, I'm going to show you how we're doing business in the blockchain/crypto space, not how we're speculating on price. Okay, that's why a lot of YouTubers who are in the crypto space don't have much to say right now. We didn't have much to say only because it wasn't that, oh, the markets are down and we can't talk about it. It's because we were doing business. We eat our own dog food out here, right? If you eat your own dog food, you're busy doing work in the decentralized space. And I'm going to show you a few things and you'll get a better handle on what we're dealing with, right? So, confirmed Monex group to acquire CoinCheck. I don't care. Gray news. I don't care about this. Gray news. Researcher predicts central bank digital currency will kick off in 2018. I don't even know what country this is for, or if it's ours, the United States, or not. For me, it's gray news. It doesn't matter because I don't think it's going to happen this year. And if it does, what does that matter to the crypto space? It doesn't. Um, Arizona blockchain bill signed into state law. This not really. It's not important. Why? Because it's just a law that passed to say that business can store data on the blockchain. Well, you could do that without a law, but whatever, whatever. It doesn't really do anything as far as bolstering Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin moves the market. If Bitcoin's up, the market goes up. If Bitcoin goes down, the market goes down. Why? Because Bitcoin is used to buy the other coins. I'll get more on that in a second. Wall Street Bitcoin bull Tom Lee predicts massive outflow of crypto before tax day. Yes, people are going to cash out. Probably to pay out taxes with crypto, right? Take their profits, schnitzel it, pay off their taxes with the profits, and keep a little bit for themselves for next year's tax season. Then we'll have a run up because then all the tax checks start coming in and then people start dumping stuff back in. But I'll show you that. Facebook and trade wars. What's happening doesn't matter to me. That's sponsored, doesn't matter. So gray, this is banning crypto and ICO ads. This, again, now to me, it could be red news for people who are not in the know or ignorant to the fact that you can't use ads to sell stock market items. So I can't sell a stock on Google. I can't sell a stock. Hell, I can't even sell health-related products on Facebook. So if I can't sell health or stocks on Facebook, and crypto's been having a huge gap that we were able to do that for a while. Okay, well, we can't do that anymore. Well, you can't do that with stocks. You can't do that with options. You can't sell I can't put an ad out for options on Facebook or Google. Doesn't matter. So that's what, to me, it's great news. It might be reddish if you're not in the know. Indian central bank to stop dealing with all crypto related accounts. Not a ban on crypto, but just we're not going to deal with your crypto accounts. Okay, yeah, that's red for people who are in India. Is it red for me in the United States? Maybe, maybe not. It just makes it harder for people to invest. So again, it's going to keep Bitcoin from doing a run up if people can't take their fiat and convert it into Bitcoin. Also, it makes people run to their local Bitcoin websites to be able to make their purchases with straight cash. Right? So let's see. Cryptocurrency Verge responds to hacking. That's red news. Red, gray, BTC below, market see a modest downtrend. So yeah, county authorities in rural Washington's catch unauthorized cryptocurrency miners. So now they're going to be potentially looking for cryptocurrency miners to be able to either stop service or reduce service or flag their accounts. So that's red news because now you're going after miners. I really don't see anything. I really don't. Oh, and this one, BTC below 7,000 as no. Yeah, I don't see anything that is jumping out at me as highly red news. I don't see highly green. I don't see any highly gray news. I don't see any real good green news to keep the market up. Right? Nothing's propping the market up. And you can look at that here. I mean, the Bitcoin's doing a pseudo surge up, 45.1% of dominance, about $1 billion up in market cap. So money seems to be coming back into the market slowly but steadily, and that might be why this is going up a little bit because it was down further down earlier. Thing is, and you know, like I said, I haven't been doing my videos for about 4 weeks. I did a video actually about 2 weeks ago, but the audio in the video wasn't on and I didn't feel like re-recording it. So I was like, no, I'll just bypass. The reason why I like, if you follow the reason why I'm kind of shaky on Bitcoin right now, and not Bitcoin as me fudding out on Bitcoin not being important, It's not that Bitcoin isn't important. It's not that if you go and I show you this on a regular basis, the energy consumption used to mine Bitcoin. So you see it's still going up. See, it's still going up. So people are still putting miners online to mine Bitcoin. Okay, so if you follow the flipboard.com at Toxic Hustle, all right, and we talk about a few things. I put this in here. It's not so much a blockchain thing, but a memory boosting brain prosthetic shows impressive results in human trials. So imagine now they're putting chips inside people's brains. Would that chip or that computer be on the blockchain in the future? Could we have what Elon Musk was talking about of this neural net and all this other stuff? So that I put it there to just say, let's keep an eye on this, right? Bitcoin will fall to 4,000 before any sustained bounce. I don't really think that's a true statement. I think we have another bouncing point. Ethereum potentially is now under attack from ASICs as well, but Vitalik said something that he can protect against, like the code is already has something in it to protect itself from that. I don't really keep up with Ethereum as much anymore. But this is the article in which it's one of those that slid past people. People talked about it, but nobody really talked about it. And this right here, this Bancor, is taking on crypto exchanges with a wallet that converts across tokens. Now, Bancor has a lot of funding, right? They got 150 million in an ICO last year, and it's an open source protocol for automated token conversions, and they just launched a new wallet. So here's a wallet that can convert your tokens. And right now they have 75 crypto assets. So I kind of went in here and looked at it, and I'm like, wow, okay. You convert from ETH to Storm or ETH to Vivid. Like, you have a lot of assets you can actually trade in and out of, and that's pretty dope. Pretty dope, right? A lot of assets, lots and lots of assets. You can keep scrolling and keep scrolling. It's a lot here. So the thing that kind of got me really interested in what this article had to talk about, said the problems at major crypto exchanges have been mounting, putting many off from joining the crypto world. So it's likely that many crypto holders will be tempted by the relative stability of in-wallet conversion, even if they can't play the arbitrage game so easily. So arbitrage, I could buy from one exchange at a lower price, go to another exchange and sell it at a higher price. Well, the average person doesn't do that. They just want to convert from one coin, token, asset, whatever you want to call it, to another. So instead of converting the currency by matching buyers and sellers, as an exchange does, Bancor's in-wallet conversions are made against smart contracts. In theory, this gives users transparent and efficient pricing without the spreads and fees associated with exchanges. Users are always in control of their keys, so you have your own keys, and Bancor neither holds nor has access to the user's funds, making it decentralized. That right there is a game changer. Like I told you, I said we need decentralized everything. I said this in a couple of videos earlier, and I say it almost in every video, that this entire business needs decentralization for stability to get around the BS we're dealing with legislation, right? With all these legislators sticking their fat fingers into everything, we have to be able to go around legislation with decentralization, right? Been talking about this. So this is decent. Like the reason why I use this analogy on a regular for those of you that understand, like, the reason why Torrent is still around, BitTorrent, and why things like Napster and LimeWire went down was because Napster and LimeWire were centralized. The government came in, the record labels came in, the ISPs came in and shut it down. But now with BitTorrent, there was no centralization there. It was all decentralized. So how could you stop it? You couldn't. Right? The same thing with the exchanges. All the governments want to say, okay, you're an exchange, you're an exchange, you're an exchange. No, I'm not. The minute a company created a way to say, we are not your exchange, we are a whatever they're doing. Some people say atomic swap, but it's a smart contract. It's an AI that is not. It's an AI or a system that is just making you do your transference, your convergence, your conversions. Right? There's very specific ways that they're trying to use their words to say we're not an exchange. Right? Because they're not allowing users to dictate the price. That's an exchange. They're allowing contracts to be able to offer a swap. Now check this out. In addition, the Bancor wallet allows users to purchase tokens with any major credit or debit card and instantly convert them to any token in the Bancor network, including heavily traded coins like Ether and EOS. This right here, this removes Bitcoin from the center of the equation. What I told you, I've been telling you, Bitcoin is a storage of value. And to get into other cryptocurrencies, you needed Bitcoin to be able to use that as the convergence for your storage of value. So if I wanted to buy Ethereum from US dollar, I took my US dollar until you went into, like, if you went to Coinbase, you could go to Coinbase and then buy that. But let's just say we have a coin like Steem, right? That's outside of, say, the Coinbase world. Well, how would I buy Steem? I would have to be on another exchange. I would have to use either Ethereum or Bitcoin, Bitcoin being the center. So I'd buy some Bitcoin with US dollar, get my Bitcoin, and then go to the exchange that's selling Steem, transfer Bitcoin over to that exchange, and then buy my Steem. You don't have to do that here. They're saying you're going to just buy it from US dollar directly to your cryptocurrency of choice. That's crazy. What value does now Bitcoin have? Can Bitcoin keep going up if people are not using Bitcoin to be able to make purchases of other coins? Or if now that I can just buy the other coins without Bitcoin, that removes it from the equation, are we liquidating Bitcoin? So I'm trying to figure out this has to be looked at. I'm not saying that this is it. I'm just saying we have to see if it goes both ways. If I sell off my EOS and I want it back in US dollar, does that put it back into my debit account directly? These are the things we have to look at. And if it does, and we don't have to buy Bitcoin, or it's not buying Bitcoin to do this, this begins a little bit of a downtrend in the utilization of Bitcoin. It just does, right? So we will have to keep an eye on this. I'm going to be studying Bancor a lot, just so that I can see what they're doing, see how this works, see how easy or ease of use this is as far as usability for their users, just so that I can get an understanding of what this is. Because if this is what I think it is, this is the first shot across the bow in making Bitcoin not as relevant as it was last year. Not saying it's over for Bitcoin, far from that, but it makes us begin to question, as a business at Toxic Hustle, it makes us begin to question whether or not we need Bitcoin as the medium of exchange to be able to get into the other things that we need to use. means we don't lose money in conversion, right? That right there is the biggest thing for us. Like, let me show you. If I convert from US dollar to Bitcoin, there's no fee. If I can take my coin out of the exchange to move it to another exchange to be able to purchase another coin or to get into that exchange, I have a fee that is now from my exchange to that new exchange. Then when I make a purchase of that coin, there's a fee on purchasing that coin. So now there's another. So you see, there's fees that are eating up my profits. If you're telling me we're bypassing maybe 2 or 3 fees, and then if I want to convert it back, that's another fee. If I want to move it back, that's another fee, right? Move it back to the exchange where I cash out. I just had 2 fees going in, 2 fees going out. That's 4 fees that my money has already touched. And I have to be in profitability. Do you see where I'm getting at? It needs to be a simplification because I have to take my fees into account. I have to. So do you. Because if we're doing business and not just trading, if we're doing business, then we need to be able to do business with the maximum amount of asset as possible, of revenue as possible, right? So let's talk about where we are right now. As I told you, I said we're doing a March-April dip. Watch the last video. I said we're dealing with a March/April dip. I called it the March dip because I figured it was going to start in March, which I called it. I said it was going to be around here. Look back in January, you'll see I was talking about the March dip. I said our next dip is going to be a March dip. Our next major dip is a March dip. I've been doing major dips. These are all of our major dips, right? And this is, if you see the red is January. Here's our March dip. March dip in 2015, March dip in 2016, March dip in 2017, March dip in 2018, right? So that we now know that we also know that there is a June-July dip. So here's our June dip here, and there's some July that's red here. Here's our June dip here with a little bit of a July dip there. So June-July dip. All right, so we know that there's potential for that to happen. We also have this run-up, right? We have a run-up starting at around April 17th for this major run-up that happened here. We have a run-up about May, so it's a little bit later. So around May 23rd. We had all of May down here in 2016 down. We had a little bit of April. We had a little green in the April 18th, April 16th. So we had a little green there. And then if you look over here, right here, we're looking at June. So we had May still be a little bit of red. We had some green April. We actually had green starting April 27th. So around the last week of April, we started seeing some green. So we've had this major dip. We still have some room for April to come in late. So let's see if we deal with last year's numbers. We actually had April 10th. So next week was all the way up until like this next week, right? Or the week after next. But I don't know. We've had such a bleed off. We need Bitcoin to have some major news, some major adoption news, some type of major news for things to go in. We'll wait to see whether or not people's tax checks, the ones that are doing it late or doing their taxes in April, we'll see whether or not that pushes this up or pushes the narrative back up. I don't know. I know we see April 17th, you see a run up last year. We had a run up all the way up until June. So I'm looking for a June run up, right? I'm looking for June to have some type of run up. May, June run up. We'll see if that actually goes down like that. Again, with certain companies coming out, like I said, with this news that Bitcoin may not be as necessary to be the form of conversion between other tokens? I don't know. I really don't know. Where's our next bounce point? It's the one I called before. 51.53. Excuse me, 59.53. That was the last bounce point. I called that bounce point back here when everybody thought that the bounce was going to be here. And I said, we really needed to be around this zone, because this was resistance. This became support. And we've been playing it. Like right now, I've already been in again. I'm already been buying in. Do I think we can go down here? You see, I haven't even plotted any lines down here. I don't think the news for Bitcoin is that bad to go down that far. I stopped right here. I think that there's enough support to keep it up. But it depends on what your business is. So let's start talking about that. As I always told you, we don't, I say it in the intro, I said there'll be no champagne sipping or crypto pumping. We don't pump coins. A lot of guys that last summer, the reason why we even started doing and saying that, where there was no champagne sipping or crypto pumping, the reason why I even began saying that was because I wanted to separate this channel, or at least not this channel, but this series, because the channel is going to have multiple series and podcasts getting ready to launch. That's another conversation. I wanted to make this series, Crypto Plunder series, I wanted to differentiate it from everybody else out there who was talking about what new ICO and what new ICO and what new coin and what this new coin and that new coin. And that's all they would do, is keep talking about new coins. That if you think that if 9 out of 10 businesses fail, then 9 out of 10 coins fail. And there's only going to be one coin to rule them all, or one coin that's going to win while everybody else is losing. And there's only really one coin. If you look at all the other coins out there, there's just Bitcoin. If you're talking about coin as a storage of value between one asset to another, it's the most important coin next to Ethereum. And Ethereum still has its problems with smart contracts. It still has its issues. And then there's still a huge scalability issue, right? So we will see, but Bitcoin is still the coin that rules them all. So when I look at this and I say we're dealing with this in a business capacity, our goal is to do business on the blockchain, not to just look at coins and try to figure out which one's going to pop, but hey, can I do something as a business with it today? Not tomorrow, not because of somebody writing a white paper that made it important. A white paper is nothing more than an essay saying what they might do or what they're thinking about doing. If they don't have any practicality, if there's no software, you've got to wait a year or 6 months or 8 months, maybe even 2 years. In some regards, some coins they're still in white paper mode, still don't have any technology out, and received hundreds of millions of dollars. Where's all that money? Right? People are impatient, and especially if you're treating this like it's a stock or treating this like it's commodity or real estate. It's not. You should be treating this as a utility for your business. So what are you doing with it that's going to help your business? This is why this screen stays on every video. The Steemit screen stays up, not because we believe Steem is the best coin to buy. No, we're using it for publishing. As you can see, we're growing. As this was a test article. I mean, we wrote a great article, period, but this was a test to see whether or not we could make something be, to gain more visibility. Could we do what we did here again? It took more people, but could we do this again? And when we write the next one, which will be next week, we're going to do this again. But now we have a system to do this again. That's the reason why we haven't been writing. That's the reason why we haven't been focused on videos. Is because we were working on a system that was repeatable. right? So since the wallet is transparent and you can see the wallet any damn way, let me show you the wallet. We delegated to Minnow Booster. We will put the Minnow Booster link in the description so that you can get on Minnow Booster. Um, we delegated to Minnow Booster. That's going to be part of the Steem strategy we've been working on. As you can see, we've been getting a lot of Steem power rewards, but I've actually found a website that I could show you. But let me show you this, right? This is Steem.com. We've undelegated our Steem from another person because we want that Steem delegation ourselves, because we're starting. If you look at what we're doing here, look at this. Upvotes. We've been beginning the process of upvoting other content. And we're choosing, like Crypto, who's a great blogger. We've been actually upvoting his stuff, and some other people that we've been upvoting. We're working on a systematic way and a list of who are going to be our prime targets and candidates for being a publishing company. So what we're doing is, when I said we were building a digital publishing company, at first it was, we want to be able to write content, right? What does Steem do? What is their business model? You can earn on your content, I believe what's 5 to 7 days. I think it's 5 days or 7 days, 7 days, I think. And then after that, after 1 week, you can't earn any more on it, right? It's done deal. So you get your earnings as locked on the blockchain after a week. So 1 week later, locked on the blockchain, done. So now I saw that as a flaw, right, in the beginning, because I was like, well, that's a fundamental flaw. If you're telling me I can only earn from this after 1 week and I can't do any more earnings on this after that, then what sense does it make for me to concentrate on writing if there's no residual, there's no royalties, there's no other revenue coming in? So you have to do other things to potentially have revenue come from your product. You have to, you have to look at your writing, write from your heart, write great content first and foremost, and secondly, make sure in your content you have your other plays, you have the other things that you're doing. Like, we sell t-shirts, right? Or we have our videos that we do other things with. So there's other content that we're doing, and right now we're getting ready to go into podcasts and everything else. So as a media company, we are concentrating on how to create media, how to monetize media, and then how to make the earnings we make from that media earn more revenue. So one of the things we've been looking at is steemnow.com, and you can do add Toxic Hustle. And if you look at this, you can see our curation rewards. Now this is low because we didn't have as much Steem power. We didn't have a lot of our Steem power in here, because you see it's delegated out. 180 of it was delegated out. So we actually I liquidated some other old companies that we were dealing with last year, purchases of a video game company that we thought was going to blow up, and it didn't do anything. Still hasn't done anything. And we were like, you know what, rather than holding on, and we were already in profit, rather than holding on to a company that's not doing anything in the software, while we can see that they're making headways with it, should we wait on them, or should we move our capital into a company that already has a proven track record, that already has a proven strategy and something that we could scale? So we moved it into here, and we're going to be growing our Steem power as much as possible. Like, our goal is now to be able to do what we're doing here for other people, upvoting other people's content, right? So that's the reason why, if you look at what we've done here, and we've taken off our delegation, we've undelegated this. We delegated for 4 weeks. We were getting our weekly, if you scroll down here, You can see minnow booster, and then you just see all these upvotes coming. And then you see we made, some minnow booster was payouts. So you'll just see from here, oops, you know, we just started as of 6 days ago, right? 6 days ago, 6 days ago, 7 days ago. Look at this. So 7 days. So that's the reason, one of the reasons why we haven't done anything, is we even transferred. You can see we did a transfer of some into this account because we wanted to do this. This was going to be our run up. Now this is going to be low because we did our delegations incorrect. One of the things we'll be talking about in the Steem the Steem strategy guide we're working on, one of the things I talk about is the best way to do your earnings so that you're a partner with these publishers rather than just being a rather than just being willy-nilly with how you're doing your marketing. You want to be a 50-50% partner with the guys that you're upvoting, right? So if you're a publisher, I am giving you some of my upvote to be able to help your content, right? And then you find the best people. So we're going to be looking for the best people. Also, one of the services that we're going to be offering for free in time is going to be something that we publish on the Steemit blockchain, which will be our picks of the week. We're systematically coming up with a way now to be able to isolate the best authors per week that generate the best capital and content, like who's getting the most views and visibility of their content, and then going ahead and saying, hey, these are the guys that we've isolated this week, and these guys, people come and go, and what we want to do is maximize our reach and visibility. Now, if you looked a couple weeks ago, you saw, I think we were at 93 people on Steem a couple weeks ago. Since we've implemented this strategy, you can see how many followers we've gotten now. So our visibility has already gone up from us helping other people. And that's part of the lure for this platform. And we're coming up with a systematic way of doing it. It's an automated way of doing it. And it's one that allows you to work other avenues of your business. Like if you need to write, we're doing music production. We actually did a client this week, did a mix this week on for his record. So there's other things that we now can do to earn capital elsewhere while still maintaining our publishing business, even if we don't write. So even if we write an article and then our article says, we only make, say, 60 cents, we only make 60 cents on the article, so what? That 60 cents is going to still keep, or 60 Steem cents, that 60 Steem cents is still going to keep earning, right? It's still going to earn on itself. And remember, Steem, and let's just hit refresh on this right now. Steem is $1.78, the US buck. So it's 78 cents more than the US dollar. And as it continues to go up, that means you will earn more from it, right? Like I said, we're going to have a full blueprint on this as I just wanted to show you an update to what we're doing. Like Steem now is one of the things we're using. It's a great service. Great service by Penguin Pablo. You can see his URL in the bottom down there. Penguin Pablo. Great piece of software that allows us to kind of see where we are. Like 100% of our upvote is worth 2 cents now. Right? If we give 100%, that's 2 cents. So still, we have a long way to go before we're really offering big dollars, like $1, $2 to people that we're publishing or posting towards. We'll talk about Minnow Booster more in the strategy guide once we launch it, and how we utilized it. how we're going to be utilizing it in the future. We want all of our Steem to to publish other people, as well as publish ourselves. So we're going to be doing more publishing in the next few weeks, and that's part of the reason why we want the rewards back. If not, we would actually just keep lending out. We would just keep loaning and lending out our Steem power as we did initially. We should have done that a long time ago, and I'll also go into that strategy as well of lending out your Steem power. There's multiple sites to do this at, so you can diversify it. And the great thing is, unlike other sites where they say we're going to give you a percentage, the thing is you can undelegate. It's not you handing your capital to somebody else and they can just go disappear with it, right? The Steem platform is not going anywhere. It's a platform, and the business model works. So you hand your Steem power to somebody else, you delegate it to them, but you're just delegating it. It's a lease, and then you just you just pop a little code. Let me show you right here, just so you can see. I did this little code right here, and just all I did was copy and paste this, put it in a new browser, and undelegated my Steem from that person. 7 days from now, from today, I will get that Steem power back. Right? Again, we'll talk more into the strategy guide on everything that you need to do to be your publisher on Steem. And there's multiple things on the platform that are really interesting, like video, like audio, like memes, images, things of that nature. There's a lot going on. In fact, there's also books getting ready to come out where you'll be able to put full-fledged books on the chain. So decentralizing your business with visual content, written content, audio content, video, imagery, all of that is here. And it's what do you do with it to be able to make your business excel past where everybody else who's still in the old social media markets are going to have a problem. Facebook isn't paying you. YouTube, as you saw, like I told you, if you watched a couple videos, YouTube demonetized us. So YouTube's not paying us. And that's okay, because like I said before, we were going to find someplace else to put our time and our money into and get away from them. And now we're figuring that out. So, East Coast Crypto Discord room. Make sure you join the Discord. We've got a lot going on. Master nodes for our Civitas coin. I'm going to be putting projects out in the community for sale in Civitas. I've already been doing projects in the community with Civitas as far as being paid in Civitas. So if you want a graphic designer to design something, if you need me to do some web work for you, if you need some audio work, like audio mixing and engineering, we're doing that in Civitas, So hit me up, Toxic Hustle on the East Coast Crypto Discord. All you got to do is hit me up, Toxic Hustle, right? So, also, if you've been listening to the music, if you're listening to my music, I want to thank you. We were getting a bunch of says, even though I haven't been really talking it up as much because I've been doing a lot of videos. There's a lot of interest now of people listening to our songs, and that's a blessing. I thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thank you for saving the music in Spotify. If you are an artist, I suggest you go ahead and submit your music to CD Baby. I do not get paid for telling you to do so. Also, if you are a musician, if you're a producer, I would put your music on BeatStars. I don't get paid for telling you to go to BeatStars, so that you can earn outside of your business. And also, get on Teespring. We sell t-shirts, Crypto Plunder. Link will be in the description below. Sells your t-shirts, sell your graphics, do something else besides putting it all in crypto. But this is how you earn your crypto rather than buying it. And then that's why, and then we put it right into a platform so that we're not speculating on price. We look at charts to know when is the optimal time for us to get into buying, but we're buying to put it right back into our play, which is our publishing business. That is the difference, guys. When the tax man cometh, I tell the tax man, well, no, we didn't buy to speculate. We bought our cryptocurrency. We earned it. We earned our cryptocurrency. I took cryptocurrency as an earnings, and this is what I bought with it, and this is what I did with it, and these are the services I used for it, and this is the service I'm using to market our content. I'm using Steem platform. I'm putting it into the Steemit platform to be able to promote my content and to promote the Toxic Hustle publishing business. Right? So if you're treating your business as a business, then you're not treating the asset as an asset. You're treating it as a business utility. You're not treating Steem as a cryptocurrency. Because does this look like cryptocurrency? No. It looks like a publishing platform that you earn royalties. You earn rewards or royalties. See? And that is the goal. That is the game. Like I said, I'll be working on the Steemit blueprint, strategy guide, whatever we're going to call it, so that you can get a better understanding of how we're running it for now. I won't say for the rest of this year. We'll probably add addendums as the business changes, and as the numbers. We're going to be quarterly checking our numbers and making sure we're still on pace for earnings, and making sure that we're increasing our stakes as far as, is the assets that we're dealing with still going up and earning more Steem? Like, I don't care about the price of Steem. I don't care if it goes down to 99 cents. I want to make sure we have more Steem. Right? So if we have, say, 343 Steem, I want to know this number has gone up how much percent. Not the value of Steem to whatever asset class it is, but I want this to keep going up. How much of this are we earning? We can convert Steem dollars to Steem. We can convert Steem to Steem power. This is important to us. We want this number to keep going out. So then when we begin to power down some of our reserves, we're powering down to get into other assets. But we're going to power down at a consistent level so that we're consistently getting into the other things. We're earning our other crypto based off our earnings on one platform. And then we'll go into another platform, and we'll go into another platform. And this way, what we're doing is not speculating on price, but we're earning on platforms that are helping to increase our business stake. All right? So, if you are on YouTube, click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the notification bell and check mark you can see these notifications when we launch, whenever we do a video. This way, you're immediately notified on a new video. It's important for you to be able to see these things from us, especially if it's about your business. Make sure you're telling a friend. Share the content with a friend. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Instagram. Share it wherever. Share it. Get the word out, because we're helping businesses grow in a decentralized way. And we are going to be working on a podcast. That is our next goal. It will be on the Steemit platform. On another one we'll talk about, which is called D-Audio. We'll be doing, I don't know how often we're going to be doing our podcast yet. Right now we're working out we're coming up with the workflow to do it on a more consistent basis than when we do with the video. And it should be able to be more consistent because we're making it so that I can be more remote when I do it. I won't have to be on screen, and I have to be in the office to do these videos, and doing the podcast, more and more people have been telling us that they would listen to us rather than just have to be on YouTube to hear us. And we'll also put the podcast in time on Spotify. Once we syndicate, uh, we'll syndicate to Spotify. So the podcast will be about business, decentralized business, not so much just about cryptocurrencies, because again, while we love crypto and we'll have Crypto Plunder to really talk about crypto and show you things with crypto, we're looking at once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe. But the podcast, if we're talking about business, we can honestly talk more consistently on a day-to-day basis or every other day basis. Like I said, once we have a workflow that I can crank these things out, then we're going to crank out podcasts. Like I said, if it's every 2 days, every 3 days, we don't know yet, or twice a week, 3 times a week, we don't know. But expect the podcast to come soon. Once we finish off the Steemit guide, we're going right into podcast mode. And then, of course, we're still going to be doing Crypto Plunder to at least 100 episodes. So expect more episodes. We want to syndicate. So we need at least 100 episodes to syndicate this channel. And that means we need 100 episodes to do so. So we are going to go to 100. Don't know if we're going to go past 100, but we are going to go to 100. So next month, we will start moving deeper and deeper into that. Already back into music. Like I said, we're doing mixing and doing some engineering work for people. So if you need your audio mixed for your podcast, if you need your podcast cleaned up, we can do that for you. We take Bitcoin, which leads us to this screen. Don't buy your crypto, earn it. Don't buy your crypto, earn it. And just in case you forget, don't buy your crypto, earn it. We earn our crypto. So whether or not it's in design, whether it be in marketing, whether it be audio, engineering, mixing and mastering of your music, we can help you. We take Bitcoin and we take Civitas, our community coin, right? We can take Ethereum as well. And we can take Litecoin, but we will charge you based off our rates and based off of whether or not if we see it's going to be a major smackdown on the coin. There's some risk to the price of the coin. We might charge you a little bit, we charge a little cover fee to cover the risk of the loss of our time and wages, but still, we take crypto, or we do take PayPal. So if you want to pay directly via PayPal, you can pay directly to PayPal. That's fine. The thing is start getting your work done. Summer's getting ready to come, guys. Start earning your crypto. Start earning your crypto. Start earning your crypto. I can't say it any easier than that. Begin to change the narrative of how you're earning your capital. Stop earning just in your local currency. Start earning in a decentralized way, because business is becoming decentralized. Every company will potentially have its own coin in the future. And then there'll be a form of convergence or of conversion that'll happen, whether it be what Bancor is doing or somebody else doing atomic swaps. In the future, it'll just be swap, 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 swap. And you'll be working and earning, right? Especially as a freelancer, start thinking about that. Banks are being bums, then in the future, you'll be able to convert out and buy things in the crypto of your choice, or in the main crypto of choice. Maybe it's still Bitcoin for purchases. Maybe Bitcoin just goes to a purchase engine. and not just a storage of value. All right. So I'm going to cut this short. Well, not even short. I'm just going to cut it now. But guys, thank you for spending time with me. I apologize for the delay in the video of taking so long to get these videos done. Like I said, we were working on a strategy for our future earnings. And as you can see here, we're starting to get headway. We're starting to make traction. We will keep you abreast. We are working on the Steemit guide, and this is part of our strategy from the Steemit guide into how we are getting our earnings. All right. So thank you, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.